Good morning to all of you out there listening to the Kletus Roadside Service song. It's not a song, it's a podcast. Kind of. It's just a fucking fat guy bitching the whole time. I ain't got a whole lot to bitch about today, I don't think. We'll find out, but I don't think so. I think today it's a pretty everything went pretty well. Okay, so yesterday I had that fucking guy pissed it. He's like, "You're fucking late. You're fucking late. You're gonna be late. You fucking." I was there. I got to the place. I thought so. This place, I thought I haven't been there in a while, and I thought they had changed because they used to say, "Be here by 3:30, or we're not gonna offload you." I think, pretty sure that I'm right, or maybe 3. I don't know. And now the paperwork says 2 o'clock. So, and I got there at 1. Well, it was like 1:10. And I followed a guy that was going there. I knew he was going there, and I just followed him the whole way. He slowed me down a little bit. He added 3 minutes on to my fucking destination time, but I said it's not worth me passing him. I'm just gonna follow him. Maybe he knows a faster way. I don't know. No, he doesn't. Anyways, I got there at 1, a little after 1, and everything worked out really well. And then I got there, and then they have a big board. It's a newer looking board, and it says "Be here by 3:30." So I don't know why everybody is freaking the fuck out. You're late. You're late. And then because I was like, all right, maybe the guys, whenever I get loaded, they come in extra early just for me. No, they come in early. I was like, you guys have been waiting on me, huh? No, they ain't been waiting on me. They're like, we just come in early so we can get off an hour earlier. So people at my work were freaking. Well, just one guy mainly. They're freaking out over nothing. I'm like, I don't know what the problem here is, but whatever, man. But I got there. I didn't want to have to wait a whole long time, but they had me sit for a little bit, enough for me to eat some sandwiches, and forgot. I think I forgot to mention it on Friday. While I'm up in the fucking man basket next to the torch, there's a big torch at this landfill, and just getting dusty and fucking. This fucking guy looks at my cooler. I look down and I see him, and he's digging through the bed of the truck, and he grabs my cooler and he cracks it open, and then shuts it, and then looks up at me, and I'm just staring right at him, and he like points to the cooler and then points to his belly. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You got me up here on this fucking man lift and you want to eat my fucking food, you fucking fuckhead? So I said, sure. Because I don't know. I'm a nice guy. And this motherfucker, he knew he was supposed to bring his lunch. Everybody knew if you want something to eat, stop beforehand. But, and I meant to stop and get bread because I had brought bread the day before and it was moldy. So, and then I meant to bring bread the next day on that Friday and I didn't. Anyways, I just started out bitching, didn't I? I just immediately went right into bitching. So, anyways, the dude, he was like, "Hey, I owe you a pack of turkey." That was a brand new pack of turkey and a brand new pack of ham in my cooler on Friday. I had just put them in there. And he's like, "I owe you a pack of turkey." I'm like, "What? Why?" He's like, "Cause I went to open it and it ripped all the way the fuck open, and now it won't reseal, and now your turkey's just getting a bath and some fucking dirty ice water that I've had my hands all in and everything. And it's not a clean cooler, anyways. I mean, you don't want to drink the water out of there. You definitely don't want your turkey taking a bath in it." I'm like, what the fuck, man? All right, whatever, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just got you fucked me so hard, and I'm just like, all right, go ahead and do it again. It's okay. No problem here. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, anyways, today, I had brought, not today, yesterday, I brought a loaf of bread and I drove the truck. I didn't want to ride my motorcycle with a loaf of bread hanging off the ass end of it. But I looked at it and he didn't even open the ham. I'm like, thank the fucking Lord. I know my ham's good. So I just had ham sandwiches yesterday. Guess what fucking happened though? I opened up the ham and it fucking ripped the whole bag open. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck is making this ham packages? Ham and turkey packages are ripping. The last 5 fucking pounds of ham and turkey that I've had, every time you open it up, you gotta be really fucking careful. But even being careful, there's nothing you can do. And I've worked on an assembly line. Whoever's doing the heat seal on the fucking turkey and ham, you got it up too high, bud. You need to turn the fucking heat seal down a little bit. Because every time somebody opens up one of them bags, it rips the whole fucking bag, and then the little Ziploc thing you got on there does nothing. Okay? And now I have ham and turkey taking a bath in my fucking ice water. Well, I don't, because I brought an extra. I had a bag of some other shit, and I dumped the other shit out, and I put my ham and turkey into that bag. I'm pretty sure any bacteria that was going to get in there is already in there and starting to grow. So I don't know. I might get sick if I keep eating this ham and turkey. I'm going to keep doing it though. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not no bitch, and I am hungry. I am a little bit of a bitch, but I'm not a bitch about food. I'm going to fucking eat it. So, anyways, yeah, yesterday, I think I talked to you after I got loaded. Everything went fine, and I'm just rolling down, listening to podcasts. And I had talked to Lady Trucker, and then because she was trying to get me on with her job. And then she's like, oh, yeah, it's only for the concrete side. And I'm like, I don't know if that's something I want to do. Now, this is a little bit of a roller coaster of an episode or a story in the episode. So just hold on. Keep your comments to yourself until the end. Uh, don't freak the fuck out. I don't know what's going on right now. But I talk to her, and then I don't know. I'm just driving around. I'm like, you know what? I think I want to talk to one of my buddies. One of my buddies I haven't talked to in a while. I was like, he drives the truck, and he was trying to get me on over where he's at a while back. So I was like, let me give him a call and just see what he's up to. I haven't talked to him in a few weeks. He's a guy I used to haul lumber with, and I call him every couple of weeks, maybe months. I don't know. I just every time I think of him, I'll give him a phone call. So I call him up and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he's just talking. He's like, I'm getting a new house and blah blah blah, and this is cool and that's cool, and I'm happy and you're happy. And I'm like, well, I'm not super happy, and I kind of go through a little bit of the things I've been dealing with lately. And I'm like, hey, do you have any positions opened up over there? And he said, no, we don't. I was like, oh, dang. And then I brought up the company that Lady Trucker works for. I was like, yeah, this Lady Trucker, she's been wanting me to come over there. He's like, is this her name? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, shit, I see her every day. And so now they're buddy now. My buddy from this company and my buddy from that last company, they have no relation whatsoever other than that we're within 100 miles of each other. Now they don't work together, but they see each other because they do a lot of the same shit. They run end dumps. They haul gravel, sand, other rock, all kinds of. I'd say sand and salt. They haul all kinds of shit. But Lady Trucker, she works for like this heavy construction company, so she does all kinds of other shit too. But with that heavy construction company, they opened up a second LLC, I think, or whatever, and started doing concrete. So it's a concrete company and a heavy construction company, just all in one. But they have people that are dedicated to doing this, and people dedicated to doing that. And the only one they're hiring for right now is the concrete side. But I talked to my buddy, my lumber buddy, and he's like, not a lumber buddy. You don't know what a lumber buddy is, but it's kind of funny that I said those words together. A lumber buddy. Whenever you're stacking a pile of lumber, like you're like, I need these 2x4s and these 2x6s and these 2x8s, and I need some 4x4s. You stack them onto this thing, and it was called a lumber buddy, and it's like just a metal rack that you can move around with a forklift, and you can throw 5 pieces of wood on it, and then move off and grab more and put them on there, and then it creates a nice little bundle, just like a staging rack. Anyways, my buddy from the lumber company, he's like, I actually know my brother works for that company, and I know the boss over there really well. He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll put in a good word for you. And then he's like, oh shit, my fucking brother's calling me right now. And I forgot to mention that I had already called the concrete company and said, hey, put my name in the fucking bucket and call me. I basically left a message with the concrete company saying, call me, I'm interested. Let's see what we can work out. Even though I don't know if that's something I want to do, but I'll entertain the offer if there is an offer. But then I talked to my buddy, and he's like, dude, do it. And then I talked to Lara, and she's like, do it. And I'm like, I got these 2 people that are my friends that I keep in touch with after I'm done working with them. So they are important to me a little bit. And now they're both working in the same area, which is right next to my fucking house. And they all want me to work there. There's so many positives. There are some negatives, but there's a lot of positives to me switching to working over there. And I think I ended up running a concrete truck. It's a weird looking concrete truck because it's got the chute on the front of the truck, and the cab is all weird. It doesn't look like a normal semi at all. It's like real weird looking. It looks like a June bug or something, or like a stink bug. But anyways, you load it up with all the materials that you need to make concrete, but you don't mix it until you get on site. So there's no waste. And you don't have to clean out. All you have to do is clean your chutes. Once you're done pouring concrete, you just clean your chutes off, and then you don't have to clean out your barrel because your barrel had raw product in it. Seems pretty interesting. And my guy from the lumber company, he's like, dude, it's so fucking. He's like, I've seen them guys run that truck. They don't ever have to get out of the truck. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, if I'd run that concrete truck. I'm like, okay. He's like, and they got other end dumps and stuff. He's like, I'm pretty sure it's all the same company. So then I don't know. I was waiting on a call back from the guy at the concrete company, and I never got a call back from him. Well, I did get a call back, but hold on, not quite yet. So I go ahead and I just do the rest of my job today. Yesterday. I stop. I get fuel. I follow that guy all the way down to the place where we dump out in the desert. Well, right there in the middle of my fucking conversation about that, it's kind of funny because the guy from the lumber company that I know, my buddy, my lumber buddy, he just called me. He's like, he's super excited about it. He's like, did he call you? I'm like, yeah, he called me. So, shoot, this is all still happening right now, right in front of my face. He's going to call me back here in a little bit. He said his boss is calling him right now. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. So he sort of said some things I didn't really like, which was, yes, we do slow down in winter. You can't pour concrete all the time. It is going to get too cold sometime to pour concrete. He's like, but we got the guys. They go and they push snow. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know. It's during the summer months. It sounds like it's going to be a really fucking good job that I'm going to enjoy. And he said I'd be getting 55 to 60 hours a week if I want it. He's like, and there's also a rotating weekend schedule. I'm like, well, I don't really like that, but I was like, I don't have to shave my face, do I? He's like, no, why would you shave your face? I'm like, you're fucking right. So was that my fucking turn? I think that was my fucking turn. No, that's Highway 254. I don't want to go on 254. I don't know what I'm thinking. I saw a fucking roundabout, and I'm like, that looked. I'm over here just blabbing on the phone. Anyways, it kind of opens you up that you can do some other shit during the winter, and I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if that's something I really am looking to do, because if it's freezing outside but it's not snowy, we're still not going to work. And it's like, all right, well, there's no snow to push. So I don't know what I want to do with all that. And, we are at past the midpoint of the year. So it's like, I don't know if I'd be able to even make enough to sustain through the winter. But maybe, I don't know. Part of me really wants to just go ahead and pull this trigger, and get another job, get a different job. Part of me wants to just take this information to my boss and say, if you want to keep me, you got to pay me more. But then I'll end up, he's going to say, well, I'll pay you more, but you got to, start working on the weekends and shit. And go ahead and shave your face. I can think of a lot of negatives with my current job right now. Let's try to think of the positives with my current job. Is that sometimes I'm a manager, but that doesn't get me any extra. That just gives me headaches. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, I don't know. We're gonna wait until. Let's see what this bonus is. If this bonus is really a decent bonus, that'll probably make me feel a little bit better about where I'm working right now. But that's a bonus everybody gets. So it's not like special to me. It's not getting me where I need to be. It's just, and you got to make the list. So we have this bonus survey where you go through and it's got a list of all the different branches, all the different employees, and you can select a branch and you can rate those employees from 1 to 10. And there's, you can do whatever you want. You can rate everybody a 0. You can rate everybody a 10. You can go through and really think about it and be like, okay, this guy's a 5, this guy's a 4, this guy's a 9, and only certain people are 10s. Maybe that's something I should have done. Maybe I should have rated every single person a 0, except for me, and that would have given me 10 extra points on everybody else. And that's what some people might do, but I don't do that. I go in and I say, you know what, Kansas City's, even the people I don't like, even the sandwich stealing motherfucker, even the fucking guy that takes 2-hour-long lunch breaks, even the guy that pisses me off and makes me do shit I don't want to do, everybody gets a 10. I put everybody marked down as a 10. I thought about doing everybody a 9 and then me a 10, but I'm not that selfish. I'm actually a really nice guy and I like everybody and I want to just, and also the more 10s we have in Kansas City, the more of that big bonus pile goes into Kansas City. So the more 10s, the more everybody gets. And I don't think, and my bosses explain that, but obviously they want people to really go through and rate truly. But we've all sat down and had a meeting and talked about it where the more 10s we have here, the more of the overall pot comes here. Keep that in mind. Meaning, do what I do, which is rate everybody a 10, no matter if you like them or not. Every single person in Kansas City gets a 10. We'll get more money for everybody in Kansas City. And it's kind of hard to compete with some of these smaller branches. You would think that we're such a big branch that we would get it no matter what, but they kind of even it out because we have some branches that only have like 10 people that work there. So, and all those 10 people are going to rate everybody a 10, and then they get 100% 10s across the board. That makes their branch look really good compared to our branch where 70% of the people rate everybody a 10 and the other 30 rate everybody a 0 or, whatever, disgruntled fucking employees. And I can only imagine there's some people that recently that rated me a 0. I don't think I've ever been rated a 0 by anybody, but sandwich fucking fuckhead, I wouldn't put it past him. He rated me a 0 because I made him take an hour off of his fucking lunch break that one day, and he was really upset. And I think he's a fuck up, and I complained to the boss about him. So he might rate me a 0. Go ahead, bud. Don't give a fuck. But just anyways, I'll be getting a bonus, and we'll see how that works out. To make the extra bonus, you have to be in the top 25 of the entire company, not just our branch. See, there's a top 25, there's a top 10, and then there's a number 1. So number 1 gets like an extra $2,000. Top 10 gets extra $1,500, and top 25 get an extra $500 or something. I don't know. It's something like that. And the problem I have is sometimes the $500 extra that they get is more than I fucking get just all together. It's like, so they get $300, because I've gotten small bonuses before. I've gotten pretty decent bonuses before. But if everybody gets a $300 bonus and then the people in the top 25 get an extra 500, it's like, well, why is the 500 more? Why is their bonus bigger than what everybody gets anyways? That's fucking ridiculous. And then, yeah, the top 10, they get, you got to be in the top 10, but how, when you got people, I've been working with a lot of people lately, kind of, but there's some people that are like, man, I haven't seen you I haven't seen you at all in like months. It's like, well, you kind of forget about me. You think I don't even work here anymore. And then whenever I come up on the rating scale, you're like, well, this guy isn't even fucking here. Just rate everybody a 5 or something. So I don't know. It's like you got to be in front of people and you got to make them happy to get ratings. And if you're out by yourself all the fucking time, you're not around anybody. So you're not going to get a good rating because they're like, I didn't even work with him. Pretty fucking ridiculous. Oh, hit my fucking mic. So, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do quite yet. I know my wife is not going to be happy if I switch jobs. But if I can come to her with some more details, about the insurance, about the pay, about the hours, about the drive time, about the overall happiness I might have. What she's gonna say is, "Do whatever you want. You always do, anyways." That's what she's gonna. Every time I want something, that's her go-to phrase is, "Do whatever you." I'm like, "Hey, I'm actually coming to you though," but I don't know. Part of me is just coming to her and telling her what's going to happen instead of actually taking her input. But it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I need your input, but also you just think I'm a truck driver. You don't know anything that I really do. Like, I don't know. And since I started the podcast, which I think has been an overall positive, because I used to take all of this stuff that I'm saying to you guys to her every single day. I'd come to her and just give her an earload. And since starting the podcast, I don't talk about work with her at all, unless I have a really long, shitty day or some bad stuff happen. I don't talk to her about work at all. I just kind of come home and, I might not be in the greatest mood, but I don't talk about what's going on a whole lot. Not near as much as I did before the podcast. So, thank you guys. I mean, on my wife's behalf, thank you guys for listening and taking all the brunt of the shit that I got to say. Coffee number 1 is down. Stayed at the Holiday Inn Express in Wichita. I had a sausage patty. I only grabbed one because it looked like it might have been turkey. And so I ate one of those. It was actually not too bad. I got 2 biscuits and some gravy and a coffee. Oh, and a little cheese tortilla roll-up thingy, whatever the fuck. A cheesy egg fold quesadilla omelet. I guess it's an omelet. Ate that stuff this morning. It's pretty fucking good. Last night, I'm switching subjects now. So last night I get to the hotel, get parked up, perfect spot. Everything's going really well, and get checked in. I got a room on the first floor, which I usually do prefer that. I don't have to wait on an elevator and all that shit. And the first floor is usually a little quieter, surprisingly. It's like, I don't know. And I always end up getting a room down by the fucking stairs. Even though on my list I say near elevator. Low floor near elevator is what I always choose. But I always end up having to go all the way down to the fucking stairs. And there's usually kids running up and down the stairs, screaming, yelling, slamming doors and shit. But that's okay. It's the Holiday Inn Express. But I got a first floor room on the edge, which was kind of cool because there's a little door I can exit through, and there's a gas station over there. Because there's no food where I'm at. I was wondering what the fuck I was going to eat, and I thought there was a Brahms, which is like a burger joint with a grocery store kind of attached, and it's pretty cheap. If you can eat cheap at a Brahms, if you want to, or you can just get a lot of fucking food for normal price. I don't know. But I got a little confused on where I was. There's a Taco Bell, but there's not really room to park a semi over there, and I'm not walking that far. But there's a gas station down the road, and they had a big Hunt Brothers, banner hung up. I'm like, okay, they got a Hunt Brothers. And I do like the Hunt Brothers. Grab a hunk from the Hunt Brothers pizza. And turns out you can just order a pizza from there. So I ordered me a pizza, got me a pepperoni and beef pizza, and I had the guy cook it a little extra long to make it a little extra crispy, and it was fucking delicious. I mean, it wasn't the best pizza I've ever had, but it was really nice to just have a decent pizza. and I grabbed me a bag of chips and a bag of candy because I'm fat. And I watched The Day After Tomorrow while eating. That was pretty good. That was kind of nice. Kind of nice. And then I woke up at like 1 a.m. like choking on fucking something. I don't know. But I woke up and Old School was on. And I was like, no fucking way. I love that movie. So at 1 a.m. I woke up and watched Old School. You're my boy, Blue. And that was just kind of nice. And then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up, and I started my day. I'm gonna say I started at 6:30. Is when I kind of got up and start moving, and then I left the hotel at 7. And I'm gonna get over there and get loaded around 10:30. Turn around, and I'm gonna be getting to my Alva hotel just in time, like perfect timing to eat dinner. Because last night I did eat dinner a little early compared to what I really would have preferred. Um, so I think it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna eat a little closer to dinner time. Cause at the Alva hotel, it's a long ass walk. It's not a long drive at all, but it's a long ass walk if you gotta go back to the gas station, and you got to walk through like a fucking field and shit, and it's like just not very convenient. So whenever I go to Alva, I usually like to stop in, fuel up, grab my dinner, eat my dinner, and then go to the hotel. So it's all in a row. And I did, if I got there at 4 o'clock, like I got to my hotel last night, it's a little too early, and I don't want to grab a burger and then not be able to eat it immediately or not be hungry for it, because I'm going to get hungry later. Like to eat, relax, jerk off into the curtains, and then go to sleep. Jerk off into the shampoo bottle. Well, no, not the shampoo, the conditioner. It mixes better in the conditioner, I'll tell you that right now. You put it in there and you shake it around. Well, it's bolted to the wall, but they got it's got a security key. You can't go. You can open that motherfucker with. I could cut my fingernails in a weird pattern and open that motherfucker. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't jerk off into fucking anything. Shouldn't be talking about this. Um, we're driving now up I-35, not down I-35, going up, going north, going up. Um, yeah, we're just doing our thing. Talked about politics yesterday. Still don't know much about politics. I listened to a couple of podcasts. Didn't really get me anywhere with all that. I did listen to Willie Nelson's son, Lucas Nelson, on Joe Rogan. That was pretty good. I liked that. I liked that a lot. I'm looking for Willie Nelson to get on there, though. Come on, bring on 92-year-old Willie on there. Like to hear what he's got to say. Um, got a lot of road construction over here. Mm-hmm. And this is the truck that I was bitching about. I was like, I don't like the steering on it. I still don't like the steering. It's still not super great. It's a lot better than it was, but you're not bouncing in between the lane, but you really, I don't know. It's still a little fucked up. And I got one tire on my trailer. It's not looking too good, But it's been looking like that for a long time, so I'm gonna guess it's all right. I'm just hoping I don't get a blowout anywhere along the line. That would really fuck some shit up. Fuck up all of my plans. But yeah, run out of things to say for right now. I'll be back on later. And I'm back. I got a little bit more to talk about, I guess. I don't know. Probably boring for y'all, but exciting for me. Um, I think no matter what happens, I'm going to be in a better spot than I am right now here pretty soon. Within a month, I think. I hope. That'd be cool. Uh, I got a hold of my wife, talked to her a little bit about her concerns with, everything, because I'm like, hey, listen, whether I'm taking a new job or not, something's got to change. I got to get more money. One way, I'm getting more money, one way or another. I'm getting it. I ain't going to stick around where I'm at for the same, you know? And she agrees, more money's always better. And I don't know, man. I'm just like, I can't believe the things that I know. I don't know how much I've already blabbed about already, but the things that I know, I just can't believe that my boss would keep me at the same rate that I'm at. It's like, you do realize I got 2 children and a wife, and she's a stay-at-home. I mean, I'm the only income coming into the house. Why am I one of the lowest fucking paid drivers you got? Why is that a thing? Why, or for another thing is, why the fuck do you got me running a crew as a supervisor, getting paid less than probably some of the people I'm supervising? I've been through this shit before, and it did not end up pretty for anybody. I mean, I guess I got a little bit more money out of the deal, but it's like, why are you gonna make me fucking get angry and upset about all this? And I know. I need to talk to my boss. He's in Alaska. I need to figure out when's a good time to talk to him. I'd like to talk to him. But also I'm trying to use some power that I got right now, and I don't want to use any of the power that I got until after I get the bonus that's coming tomorrow or the next day. Or the day, I don't know when it's coming, but I need to get that bonus in my hand before I fucking do anything. I need to get that, and then I'm gonna probably talk to my boss. But before that, I think I am gonna go over there and interview, or at least go over there and check out their shop and see see if that's even something I'm gonna want to do. Now I'm pretty sure it's something that I could do, and I could do very well, and I'm probably actually enjoy it. But I really need to see it in person. If things seem like they might be not too good to be true, but just too good, it's like nothing they're telling me is too good to be true. All could be true for sure, and it's good. I need to go over there and make sure it's going to be good. Now, they do say that in the wintertime, and this is something I've left out of a couple of conversations on purpose, because I want it to sound like a more of a better idea than not. But during the winter time, I want work, right? And now that might involve me doing something different for the winter time, something seasonal, which, I guess snow plow drivers are important, and that is something that I could do. I've got a 4-wheel drive truck. I got 2 4-wheel drive trucks. I could make it. No, I'm not saying use my trucks for snowplow, and I'm saying when it's snowing that bad that they need snow truck drivers. All right, I don't know. We got my son an Amazon Alexa. Well, we didn't get it for him. We just already had it, and he likes to ask a lot of questions and listen to music and stuff. So we thought this would be kind of cool to put in his room, and found out that I can do a drop in or whatever on that. And so I dropped in on them last night. Like I just started talking through the speaker to them, and they thought it was so cool. And now they're trying to do it to me right now. So I'm gonna have to pause this. All right, and we're back. I had to give them a call. I don't know, my headset wasn't connecting, but it's so cute. I mean, because my son, it's an Echo Dot or whatever, an Amazon Echo thing or whatever, a little smart speaker thing. So he can just run up to it and say, "Call Daddy," and it'll call me, and then we can talk. So I was kind of showing him that we can do that, and I can also, basically call the Dot, and then I can just talk to them. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I was not a big fan of the smart speakers, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not like running a drug operation, so I think I'm going to be okay. It's not like I'm not murdering people. I'm not saying anything that's like incriminating. I think I'll be okay. I think it's okay to have the thing. Now, privacy is still important to me, but I mean, I'm also not like, I don't, nothing that I'm saying is going to get me arrested, I don't think. So that's kind of cool. Um, so I guess I'm okay with having the Echo Dot thing. I guess I don't know. There's millions of them out there, so people are using them. I can use one too. Anyways, back to the job talk. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna interview. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna make sure it's something I want to do, and then I'm gonna go talk to my boss after that. I don't know if I'm gonna mention that I have another job opportunity available, but I'm going to go talk to him and see if he can make a better offer for me, something that's going to definitely keep me. Maybe maybe I won't have to move to a new company. Maybe I can just stay where I'm at doing what I do. Because I do like this job. Like, and that's the thing. I guess I got to keep reminding myself. Everybody. You always think the grass is greener on the other side, and sometimes it actually is. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to moving to this other company. I know this is all happening super fast, but that's usually how it happens, anyways. But I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm going to try to just see what they have to offer me, see exactly how things are going to roll if I do make the switch, get something in writing. So if I do accept that, then I can at least hold them to it, so they won't try to change anything on me. And then for my company, I don't know. I talked to my stepdad, and he kind of walked me. I was like, how do I ask for a promotion? And get the best result. Like, what would and I gave him all the information and stuff, and he kind of went through all that with me. Yeah, and the thing, well, I don't know where I even left off, but I was talking about, the part that I left out. I haven't talked to the wife. I told her that things will slow down in the winter, but things slow down at this company in the winter. Things at that company are going to slow down even more in the winter time, during snow and ice and cold, because there's still environmental things you can do. There's not a lot of concrete things you can do, or construction. So I gotta either you find a little nest egg and work on keeping that to make it through the winter for however long that's gonna last, or I need to find another way to make money during the winter time, which snow plowing is an option. That's what a lot of those guys do, apparently. They're truck drivers. They get in a snow plow and they go plow snow. And I've plowed snow before, but not a lot. It was just like a one shift. So I've never done that. I thought it was pretty cool. I think it is awesome. I like to drive around, and pushing snow is kind of fun. Kind of fun. It's going to be mainly be like parking lots and stuff. The city is the one that takes care of all the roads, so it wouldn't be like roads. It'd be like driveways, and I guess snow plowing would be awesome to do my own, you know, street or driveway. When the snow plows come and they leave that big snow bank in front of your house, and you're like, I'm going to stop by my house real quick and just push all that snow out of the way, so I don't have to shovel it, and or just shovel everything up to the, try to figure out how to shovel all that shit out of the way so I don't have to shovel my own driveway. That'd be kind of cool, in the wintertime. But that would be with a totally different company, that because our company or the company that I might work for, I guess he said that they used to have some snowplows so they could do some of that kind of work, but it became more of a headache, because snowplows aren't used, but only a few times a year. Some years they get more use than others, but we've had pretty light winters around here. So, but if they do get a couple more trucks or just have people that don't want to do it, I can haul salt or sand or rock or whatever, through the winter, because that's always something that's happening. And with this company, you never know what's going to happen in the winter time. I mean, they keep us busy-ish, but a lot of problems, a lot of things that we're not equipped to handle in the wintertime, and they expect you to handle it in the wintertime. And because I've had trucks and stuff like freeze up on me, and I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to work, but I can't. I still get paid for it, but I don't know. I'm thinking that's a little bit of a con, but it's also not that much of a con because there's always something you can do in the winter. So maybe I don't think that's, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Um, I'll be getting really good hours over there. Sorry about that, sneezed. So yeah, that's just where I'm at. That's what's happened. I talked to my lumber guy a little bit ago. He called me and he said he'd call me back. I've yet to hear from him again yet, but I think I've got all the I'm right where I need to be right now, and the only way to find out and figure out any more is to on Wednesday get off of work early enough that I can get over there and check out their shop, look at their trucks, look at their operation, ask some questions. And that's the other thing I need to talk about questions. I mean, the big one is hourly rate. I need to figure out my hourly rate. Need to figure out the work schedule. What time am I expected to be in here? Feel like with concrete, you want to get as much done as early as possible. Also, like a route, because I guess we're a concrete company. We don't have any laborers. We just haul the trucks that make the concrete to the job site, set up a sled, and then the laborers for whatever whoever ordered concrete, they take care of all that. That's their pad. That's their company. That's their people. They do all that. I'm just bringing the fucking concrete in. And I guess I'll have to end up, learning about concrete. I don't know a whole lot about concrete. Don't know a whole lot about it. But I know you can get concrete burns. So that's something I'm going to need to pay attention to and try to not get any concrete on me. But I mean, it's concrete. It'll be fine. And then also, I don't how many routes. I mean, it's more of not a route job, but it's like people are building stuff. They need concrete. You bring it over there. You pour concrete. The other benefit might be that I want to widen my driveway. That might be a possibility. A little bit of concrete. But like, all right, just stop by your house real quick. Get it all cut out and ready to go, and then just stop by your house, dump a little there, and there's little benefits to people's jobs. If you're doing all this concrete work and you need a little bit of concrete, maybe they'll help you out. They'll let you use some. But I don't know. That's not something I'm counting on. That's only a I don't know. Because right now I got the benefit of, if I need a pressure washer, I can get one. I can take one from the shop. If I need a skid steer, we've got them at the shop. Yeah, I mean, all the way up to like a dump truck. If I need a dump truck or something, I got them at the shop. I can, if I use my words properly, they will allow me to borrow some equipment. But that might be the same case over there. I think they have got skid steers and stuff. So, Kansas tax. I won't be paying taxes in Kansas anymore if I'm not working in Kansas, because right now that's where I'm at. Another benefit is the drive. I've already talked about that, I think, a few times, but I mean, a 10-minute drive to work, and that's on the heavy side. That's going the speed limit 10 minutes away, and it's down, like, I got like 3 different roads I got to go on, and then I'd be at work in probably less than 10 minutes. I'd be at work. That's kind of nice. Like, really nice. And especially with the motorcycle, I won't have to fill up my bike, like, until the end of the week, with that shit going on. But I'd be able to drive my truck. Like, I got my square body, and yeah, I haven't been working on it, but that's because I would never drive that to work. But if I work 10 minutes away, fuck yeah, I'll drive the square body to work today, rev that motherfucker up, take it over there. And that would, it'd be fun. Because, I mean, right now, I don't know if I'd ever drive the fucking square body to my current work. I would, but it costs a lot, compared to anything else I got. It costs a lot of money to drive that to work and back, especially for a whole week. It'd be like $100 just to get to work. Because you know how I drive. You know how I'd drive it if I had it. Yeah, I mean, there's just lots of benefits to it, and I'm going to try to use the fact that they need drivers at my company. I'm going to use that, I don't know. I'm kind of to the point where I don't know where I want to work. I think I want to work at this new company. So it's like, do I want to try to get an offer I can't refuse from the company I'm at, or do I want to just start fresh somewhere else? Not too sure. Not too sure quite yet. I need to get my resume figured out. That's one thing I meant to talk to the wife about, is get my resume figured out. Figure out where the fuck that's at. Get my most updated one so I can take that. Just so I can show them, this is where I started driving. This is where I got my license. This is at this place, because I have a lot of different jobs on there. But I want to settle down. I want to find a place where I can work forever. And I mean, shoot, I might already be there, but with some of the information I got from other people, I don't know if that's even reasonable to think anymore. Because we have one guy that he's been a supervisor since I've worked there, and they promoted him to project manager, but he's not getting. There's not a lot of benefit to him becoming a project manager. They basically, from what he told me, and he didn't give me numbers or figures or anything, but he said in order for him to move up that high in pay scale, because he asked for a raise and he said, I need more money. And in order for him to move up that high, they had to promote him. So he got promoted, but he's like, yeah, you're promoted. That's your job title, but that's actually not. You're not getting anything other than money for that. He's like, yeah, I still need you to. You got to be on call. You got to run crews. You don't get in office. It's like, what the fuck? How am I a project manager, but with supervisor duties? Like, that's not cool. It's really not cool. What the fuck is squeaking? There's something squeaking, and I cannot stand it. What the fuck is that noise? Anyways, I'll just deal with the squeaking, I guess. And they have not. So in the 4 years, I'm coming up on 4 years, just about 4 years of working here. They have only promoted one guy to a field supervisor, and that's kind of like, what the fuck? Why you've hired a lot of people, but you haven't hired any field supervisors. And I don't think that that's something I want to do. I don't think I want to be a field supervisor. But, I mean, if I wanted to get to a job to where I can, eventually become a project manager or move up somewhere else in the company where I don't have to drive. And, I mean, I like driving, but that's right now. I'm not going to want to drive forever. Like, I'm trying to think of when I'm 60 years old. Is this where I'm going to be? But am I going to be a 60-year-old, running concrete? Maybe, probably. If that's where I end up, that would be kind of the plan. But maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea. That's so far away. I don't want to. I mean, I'd like to keep that in mind, but I don't want to have to, use that to hold me back on anything I can do right now. Yeah, I like driving. Now, going to this other place, I'm local. I'm not going to be driving all over the place. I'm going to be just running concrete truck. Go to this place, dump out some concrete, go fill up. Go to this place, dump out some concrete, go fill up. And just do that every day. Just drive all over the place, which, I don't know, would be interesting. If they think I'm worth it over there, worth what I think I'm worth over there, then, and they don't think I'm worth it where I'm at, then, because, I mean, honestly, where I'm at is, I don't even, if I'm going to get paid what I think I might get paid over at this place, this new place, I'm going to need a substantial raise at the place where I'm at right now. I'm like, there's a lot of other benefits that go into this other place, that you're going to need to supplement for, especially, being so close to my house. I won't have to deal. I might deal with traffic, but I'll be on the clock dealing with traffic. But gas money, hurts. Yeah, so I don't know. That's where I'm at. That's what's going on. I'm also just trying to waste another 30 minutes before Joe Rogan might possibly drop an episode, because I've been looking through the podcasts and stuff, and there's nothing I really want to listen to. I've been listening to the Gavin Newsom on the Sean Ryan show. I don't listen to a lot of the Sean Ryan show stuff, but apparently it's a really big podcast, and a lot of the guests that he has on, I'm like, all right, if there's anything actually important that happens on the Sean Ryan show, I don't have to listen to the episode. I just wait for the clips or somebody to talk about it. to come out, But this one, I wanted to listen to the whole thing, and even Joe Rogan got brought up into it, so that was interesting. Joe Rogan is not a fan of Gavin Newsom. He used to live in California, and he hit the road whenever all the restrictions and bullshit started, and then I don't know. I feel like Gavin is really trying to change what happened in the past, because he's actually sounding quite reasonable nowadays. But back then that was not what he was saying. He was not saying any of this stuff he's saying now back then. So it's sounding like he's gearing up for a presidential run, and he's trying to get voters from all over the place, because especially right now with the Trump thing, a lot of people jumping off the MAGA wagon. You know, we're not unified at all. So if you got somebody coming in talking common sense, it's a good time to swoop them up and start making them think a different way. Yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Remember, me and you, we're just people outside. We're just hanging out. I'm just trying to find a good job, trying to get paid right, trying to feed my family. Politics is just a side quest, because what's going to happen is going to happen, no matter what the fuck me or you think. And it sucks to be that way. It's like, oh, well, I have voting power, but things are going to happen the way they're going to fucking happen. And there's nothing you are really going to be able to do about it. And I'm not trying to bring you down, just trying to say, hey, politics are interesting to listen to, and it is nice to have your own opinions. It's going to get you nothing other than upset most of the time. So just take it easy, relax. The people that are screaming at you because of your politics, they have the same voice you do, which is very quiet. So just be nice to everybody, and I'm nice to everybody. I might look at some people weird, like Hog Woman. You remember that episode? Hog Woman? That Hog Woman. I looked at her crazy. I was like, whoa, Hog Woman. Look like you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bad guy. Look like you're in the fucking sewers. I don't know what her politics are. The purple hair may tell you something. But I don't know. I never even heard her talk. I just heard her grunting. So maybe she's on that spectrum. I don't even know. I don't know. Hog Woman. But I'm nice. I would be nice to her if I talked to her. I'd be nice to everybody if they talked to me. And I think everybody should be that way. It's hard to visualize that because, a lot of people are online looking at what's going on online. And if everybody hates each other online but are nice to each other in real life, what the fuck? Which one do you want? Which one would you rather be? Nice to everybody and people be nice to you, or fucking just angry at people online? And when I say online, it's just like, I don't know, whenever you're watching protesters get run over. And I'm all for, I'm part of the camp that likes to watch some of that stuff. Like, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I do like to see people get hurt too, but I don't want to see anybody die. That's not what I'm looking for. I think it's funny, the charades that are going on. We're going to stop traffic to make everybody sit here and idle in their car. So, they burn more fuel in this one area. I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Or people that are blocking, like, cattle haulers from getting into their, the slaughterhouse or whatever. you're actually, I ride a motorcycle, and when you stop in the sun, especially in a metal trailer, you got me stopped in the sun. I'm just cooking, okay? You're cooking them cows before they get in there. Let them go. What do you want? What are you wanting to do? You want to let the cows out on, like, you are eating McDonald's. I know you are. You fat little bitches are eating McDonald's. It sucks, but that's the way. Yeah, I like cows. I see it all. I know, but that's the way the world is, and you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna make a dent. So stop wasting your time. And just try to make your life better. What else? What else is going on these days? I'm excited today. Let's see. Let's just check and see what time I'm gonna get to my burger joint. Speaking of cows, Alva, Alva, Oklahoma. 4:30. But I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop in a little bit to get a 30-minute break. So it'll be 5. It'll be after 5. It'll be probably around 5. And that's a good time to get there. I haven't even eaten lunch yet, but it's almost noon, so I'm gonna stop for a half an hour here in just a little bit. I gotta make it over to this town, get to a truck stop to get fuel, eat some sandwiches, and then hit the road again, make it over there, and then eat some more food, and then go lay down and jerk up, jerk on, yank it on. So, just kidding. I'm not kidding. But we're gonna go there or find a movie or something to watch and just relax, have a nice day. It would be nice to have my laptop with me. And I drove the pickup, so having my laptop would have been a good option. But I don't. I don't have any of that with me. It's just me, my phone, and whatever's on HBO. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. And I think I can end this off. I'm pretty sure I'll have something else to talk about tomorrow. So tune in for tomorrow's episode. Adios! Keep all 18 down. I'll talk to you later.